The Impractical Jokers movie is pretty lame. I consider myself a mild fan of the Impractical Jokers. I always appreciate a good prank show where the laugh is usually targeted at the prankster. I mean, I like shows like Just for Laughs. I love the Eric Andre show. You know, I enjoy the Jackass movies. Not a fan of a lot of YouTube pranksters. I don't think that's a controversial opinion in the slightest. And I find the Impractical Jokers to not necessarily be upper echelon, higher tier pranksters, but I do appreciate their willingness to throw themselves into increasingly embarrassing scenarios and to make fun of themselves. That's what I like about the show. I like the fact that these guys aren't just doing jokes at the expense of pedestrians just trying to go about their day. They're really there to put themselves in as cringy as possible situations for our own amusement. They're using themselves as props to make us laugh, and I appreciate that. You know, and again, I'm speaking broadly. I'm not saying that that's the case for every single sketch. I honestly, I haven't watched a lot of the actual show, just like clips on YouTube. And I've watched the show a couple of times. I'm just familiar with it, and I thought I'd give the movie a watch. So the movie. The part of the Jokers that I don't like is their behind-the-scenes antics and the jokes they make that are like, you know, joke and punchline, not necessarily their challenges or pranks, their actual attempts at humor and jokes. I think that they are much better at situational comedy and at, you know, putting themselves, and they're braver than they are funny, I guess. They're good at coming up with funny concepts and then putting themselves into those situations. I don't think that they're necessarily good comedic actors or comedians, if that makes sense what I'm saying. I guess I'm saying that they're good at coming up with interesting games / challenges to play in the show. They're not necessarily like great writers. I don't think that they're the type of guys that could write a really great comedy film. They're tailor-made for a prank show. So I'm not a big fan of their bumper segments or, you know, their riffing before the actual challenge occurs. And that's what a lot of the movie is. A lot of the movie is this road trip film / buddy film that's just not very funny and honestly shows a very lame side of the Jokers. And another thing that I thought was disappointing was that, you know, typically in a movie, you want to up the ante. You want to do something that you wouldn't normally be able to do on TV. You know, for instance, the Jackass movies, they really go above and beyond and use a feature film budget to produce a film that they couldn't do in the TV show. And the Impractical Jokers movie, I didn't feel they did anything. They didn't do any practical jokes or gags that were that much more extreme than on the show. They never did anything that felt like they were going out of their comfort zone to make the cinematic experience that much more than the television experience, which was disappointing. So it doesn't offer much more than what the show does. It features too many non-prank segments, which I just found lame. They're not very good actors. They're good at being themselves and being friends. That's part of what's enjoying about the show, I guess, is their ability to put each other in uncomfortable situations and to know what's going to make their friend tick. They're not good actors, and unfortunately they tried to do a little bit too much acting in the movie. The filmmaking itself wasn't groundbreaking at all. I wouldn't expect it to be, but it was just kind of bland and blasé. Music was completely forgettable. There's a funny Will Ferrell cameo, and Kane Hodder just shows up. Okay, that was pretty cool. I got pretty hyped when I saw Kane Hodder in the movie. Of course, Kane Hodder plays Jason Voorhees. So overall, just a not as funny of a movie you would hope for. Not as exciting that you would hope for. Just a lame movie all around. Didn't really like it. I'm going to give the Impractical Jokers movie 4 thumbs down. 4 thumbs down out of 10. Thanks for watching.